Chicago L. Chicago.
Doors closing. Division and Milwaukee is next. Doors open on the left at Division in Milwaukee. Please familiarize yourself with the train communication and evacuation procedures posted in each car.
Brick buildings in Chicago Fire 1872. That's all. One wonders how these people sleep at night. This is noisier than the BART system. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a Silent Times vlog. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. Hello, we are at the Feild Museum built in 1893 in the Chicago World's Fair of 1893. My great-grandparents were at this World's Fair at the time, and it was the White City when Edison filmed built his white lights in the World's Fair, and this was one of the museums. And this is, we're comparing it to the Utah Museum, the Natural History Museum, and this is obviously twice or triple the size, if not 10 times the size as the Utah one, as you can see on the outside here. So we're gonna compare this to Utah. Now obviously this is gonna be more impressive, and we're gonna go into the Feild Museum here. This might be an all-day thing in comparison. I might run out of battery power. I have full charge now, but you know, we'll see what happens to it. Look, see, it's massive. There's Soldier Field where the Bears play. For football fans out, that's where Soldier Field is, right there. We're comparing this to Salt Lake City. Now, actually, that was by the college, and this is its own independent thing here. Compare this to the New York City one when we go to New York next. I'm saying that in my video. Very impressive compared to New York. Well, I haven't been to New York yet, but we're going to compare. We're going to compare this to the New York one and compare this to the Utah one, the main hall. We're going counterclockwise, starting with the Native American section. The Native American section first, I guess. archaeology section for people like Indiana Jones. Their American stuff. Chicago's always been a native gallery. Chicago's native people. I guess what they're doing is they're combining all the Native Americans from all over the country. This looks Southwest Native American stuff, it looks like. So I guess they're combining all the Native American pottery and artifacts of different parts of the country. Yeah, we took advantage of the Indians around here, so. Different regions. Unfortunately, the white man took advantage of the Indians around here, so.
Run out of time around.
Totem poles. Tribe stuff, different tribes. They have more than just the Illinois area. They have all sorts of tribes and all sorts of stuff here from all over the world. It even says from all over the world. Different nations, Indian nations. Very massive Indian section of different Indian nations. Very massive. These are the Illinois people. It just keeps going and going and going, doesn't it? It's quite apparent that the natives of the Midwest are more sophisticated than the ones in the other parts of the country. Dr. Indiana Jones would love this. I've just been informed that all of the stuff that we've been looking at here has been in this museum forever, since 1893. Apparently my grandmother, when she was alive, she passed away last year. Apparently all of it has been around since 1893. It's all been around. So there's a 100-year-old parakeet we gotta find that's apparently in this museum. Somewhere in this museum is a 100-year-old parakeet. We're going counterclockwise, starting with the Native American section. The Native American section first, I guess. Archaeology section for people like Indiana Jones. Native American stuff. Chicago's always been a Native American. Chicago's Native people. I guess what they're doing is they're combining all the Native Americans from all over the country. This looks Southwest Native American stuff, it looks like. So I guess they're combining all the Native American pottery and artifacts of different parts of the country. Yeah, we took advantage of the Indians around here, so. Different regions. Unfortunately, the white man took advantage of the Indians around here, so. Different regions of the world. Indiana Jones would love this place, I bet. In fact, I think if you look at the movie trivia, Dr. Indiana Jones studied here at the Chicago Institute.
This is the Incas.
In fact, this is where Indiana Jones started here. He got his PhD here at Chicago. South American Incan Empire, the empire that vanished. Unfortunately, the empire doesn't exist anymore. Aztecs. the Spanish conquered the Aztec, unfortunately, even though they were very, 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 very advanced society. The Spanish outnumbered them by killing not just by gun, but also by disease, because the Spanish had a thing called cholera and other things that the Aztec never experienced before. They've never experienced cholera, or they've never experienced a white man's common cold. So the Spanish killed them off more with disease than it was by gun, which is a trivia factoid, by the way.
Brewed beer. I'm holding a worry jar.
This is stuff for Dr. Jones. All the archaeology.
These were the vessels that held the fermented maize drinks that were important
Now,
for many kinds of gatherings.
Mexico. Amazing. Unbelievable.
Empires were often weakened by rebellion from within or attacked by outside enemies. Even though the warrior was the superpower of their day, their rule eventually came to an end. But many of the systems they developed, such as agricultural terraces,
Mayan civilization.
were adopted and expanded by men.
This is absolutely impressive.
Lahun Chuen, Bola Lahun Pash, Huli Si.
Is Mayan a dead language? It's a dead language, apparently. Ancient section, ancient humans. Now we're getting more interesting, because now we're going to what the Ice Age stuff is all about. Now we're getting the interesting section. Now this is a full-scale Brontosaurus, and this thing accurate compared. I think Utah had missing bones. This has a full-scale. There's a pterodon. All these animals are real. They were alive at one time. These are all taxidermed animals. Flamingos are taxidermed. Oh, these are passenger pigeons. They're
stuffed, and now they're
extinct.
They've been extinct since the late 19th century.
Up to World War I.
These are extinct birds. And these are the real ones. Real extinct birds. Mangroves in the jungle.
I want to go that way.
Now we're looking at the real birds that died.
Stuffed bird, taxidermy bird. A bunch of different ducks and eagles and owls and pheasants, woodpeckers. Recently extinct birds. Oh my goodness.
These are all extinct birdies. The Labrador duck, the heath red hen, these don't exist anymore. The
Carolina
water
parakeet.
looked quicker.
Aw, that's sad.
Carolina parakeet, he was cute. Passenger pigeon. Extinct.
Shameful that the extinct bird. Well, these birds aren't though. These are modern day ducks. Ducks. Different ducky friends. Mr. and Mrs. Ducky friend characters. Different ducks. Geese and ducks. Different species of duck. Wow, there's so many species of ducks. There's so many species.
Swans. North American birds.
Turkeys. They were all alive at one time, these little guys. This is for Freddie. Eagles.
Wow.
Different species of falcons and eagles, and all different species of falcons and eagles. And oh, the California condor is almost extinct. That is the trivia. This guy right here is almost extinct.
There's the American
bald eagle.
Our national symbol.
If someone says the word birds to me,
Osprey.
the thing that comes to mind for me, I would have to say I love birds, but birds also brought me together with the absolute
Terns and
so for me, birds
other wild characters.
Every one of those
Wow.
Every single bird we look at.
Every species of bird imaginable.
Sandpipers. They go on the beach.
More turkeys and pheasants and pigeons and doves and different types of hunting. Oh, these guys were California quail.
Leafy turtle.
California quail and mourning doves. Giant turkey.
Seagulls.
Different birds of prey and seagulls, and they're getting closer. My goodness, they have every single species of bird from all over the world here. Small little birdies. Freddie Army.
This is a real cardinal one. These were all live birds.
This is Freddie's Army right here. All stuffed.
Yeah, they're taxidermy.
Wow. Ah.
There's a nest. Sparrows. Pensions. Warblers.
Little birdie.
Warblers.
Wow. Bluebirds and warblers and thrushes and all sorts of birdie men people. Wow. It just keeps going. I missed this. Yeah, I'll get there. I'm on the crows are very intelligent.
Crows. Common raven. The ravens are bigger than the crows.
Yeah. Owls. We used to have barn owls where I lived at one time. How an egg hatches. Penguins. Penguin. Oh, gosh. Weavers and wieners and all sorts of little fezzes and bunch of, my goodness. Birds from all over the world. Is that what that is? Peacocks, MBC, roosters, chickens. Look at this guy. Birds I never even heard of before. Vulture.
Shoebill. Stork.
Stork. Oh, here we go. We're getting closer to the parakeet section. Liberty Mutual. Peregrine falcons. Hawks. Oh, here we go, we're getting closer. There it is, 100-year-old. This parakeet right here is over 100 and something, 150 years old, that parakeet.
Yes. That's him.
That's him.
This is a dodo bird.
Extinct.
That's what a dodo looks like. They're extinct 200, 150 years ago. Dodos. And that parakeet is over 150 years old. That green one. That parakeet is my...
And your mom saw him.
Emu?
Yeah, Liberty Mutual.
Right over here. There's the emu. Right here.
My goodness, I just keep going. Fez Army. Wow. Animal beasts.
This place is
The different beasts and animals, foxes. Oh my goodness. You just have all sorts of animals.
I've never seen anything like this before. Rainbows.
The red panda. Almost extinct.
Pandas.
This guy's almost extinct, this guy.
Yeah, they're on the endangered species list.
And bears.
Different type of bears.
I like how they got this one to smile.
Black bear, brown bear.
California bear, extinct.
That which one's extinct?
The California one's extinct. Smiling.
Because of our small
Walruses and
Now you have seals and sea
sea
lions.
lions, which you can see live in San Francisco. Otters and other creatures. Relatives of cats, apparently.
All carnivores.
Different cats, lions, tigers, and bears.
Scavengers. That's
Hyenas.
That's a hyena.
That's pretty big.
Jaguar.
Different lion, cougar, pumas.
Ocelot. Bobcat. Bobcat looks like a house. Jaguar.
Lions.
Leopard. Lions. Female. Armadillo. This is a sloth. The ancestor.
Kangaroos. Kangaroos are apparently very violent characters. I saw some YouTubes on how they're very violent characters, these guys.
Kangaroo family. There's a flying bat up.
Zebras. Oh, now we're going to extinct.
Platypus. You ever seen a platypus before?
Extinct animals. Woolly mammoth. These animals are extinct. You don't see woolly mammoths anymore. Or no, I take it back. Above me is a whale.
No tusks on it.
Warthogs.
Better than going to the zoo. Antelope.
Monkeys.
Wild boar.
Whale teeth. Oh, here we go. Apes and monkeys and man. History of evolution. Evolution. Bats. Primates.
Primates.
Moloch gibbon. What the heck is that?
Humans in the life she takes.
Gorillas.
Lowland gorilla. This is what they patterned King Kong after. A lowland gorilla, 100 times larger. Chimpanzees. Orangutan. Hi, Clyde.
Different monkeys and apes.
Spider monkey. When I was at the zoo, one of these and they got
What did they do to the monkey?
He's in the cage.
I mean, he bit the kid, and then what
He
happened?
pulled him in,
So then what happened?
got security, and they took him to the hospital.
And what did they do with the monkey?
Nothing, they left him alone in the wild.
Oh, Jesus. He's going and going and going. We have so many animals on this planet. Every species of animal I could think of is here. Unbelievable. More animals. Yeah, more animals.
Another baboon.
Oh, good grief. These lions are man-eating. That's why they had a tour here. So these are man-eating lions.
Ash layer of the same age. So, thanks to a well-preserved, easily datable fossil record, we are building a clearer picture of human evolution.
I studied the ancestors.
These are all domesticated
These are all
pigeons.
domestic pigeons
Rock
that you
pigeons.
see everywhere.
Homer pigeon.
Where do you see Homer pigeon?
Bugs. Bears. I can't film all this, folks. This is just too much. That's why I've stopped. It's just too much. It just keeps going like the Energizer Bunny, yeah? Tigers. Shere Khan, huh? Got it right here. Parrot have a high lifespan as a human being. This guy could have been born in colonial times. He could have been born in 1801 for all we know. And then he died in 1893, so this parrot's almost 200 years old probably. This turtle might be even older than the parrot. This guy this guy might go back to colonial times whenever he came from, this turtle here.
Insects.
Giant insects. Those aren't birds, honey. Those are insects. Indiana Jones. Whale. A lot of poisonous animals. What the? I don't want to be around those things. Ooh, a Squidward. Tarantula.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, a boa constrictor. I don't want to be around one of those. What type of fish is that?
Sockeye salmon.
Oh, that's
That's
big.
a salmon. Is that a sunfish? It'll be labeled.
The thing about
That's a sockeye salmon. Wild salmon.
froggies. Froggies. Oh, look at this guy.
Pythons and boas. It's Indian python. Here's
Snakes.
a speckled rattlesnake.
Jones, king cobra. Snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes? These guys are the oldest living creatures that we know of, 150 years. So basically this guy, if this guy was placed in 1893, this guy here probably could have been gone back to 1600, 1680 possibly, when they found this guy. Seahorses. See, we came out. This is a recreation of the pyramids. We can't go to
You
Egypt.
can also try this little plaster. These are real bricks.
Real stones from ancient Egypt, scavenged from the pyramids, hieroglyphics. And I'm not able to go to Egypt just yet. These are some hieroglyphics scavenged. Indiana Jones type stuff. Maybe we can. I don't know what it says, but they're probably coming with warnings.
These are all hieroglyphics.
They're coming with warnings, probably not to disturb the tomb. This is real Indiana Jones stuff right here.
Okay.
since I'm not able to go to Egypt, we're seeing what
Giant squid over there.
giant squid, but we're taking a look at what's pyramids. Jones, King Cobra. Snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes? Of course they're Tomb Raiders. Who is this? Where is he?
They took a, they robbed us too.
They robbed this tomb, huh? Couldn't find his tomb.
Tomb Raiders.
Ancient Egyptian jewelry. Wow.
This was excavated between 1908 and 1930.
Aha, here's a mummy. Kid. There's a kid.
Egyptians often reused tombs. There's a mummy. These are not real, these were fakes. Recreated. They tell you when it's fake.
Yeah.
They couldn't fake the animals though.
No, but they said those were fake.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Now this is Indiana Jones stuff. Absolutely impressive. It belongs in a museum.
Mummies. Sarcophagus.
Once again, raiders stole mummies. Hieroglyphics. Tomb. These are actual people are community buried. The Egyptians believed in an afterlife. They're very well preserved. Very well preserved. The Egyptians embalmed them. These people were embalmed, and that's why they're well preserved. Tablets. All this is in a museum. Indiana Jones would take this and take it to a museum. Idols. Interesting factoid. Here. The Egyptians made beer and wine, so we do have evidence that we have some wine jugs and some beer jugs that they did make alcohol. This is a wealthy Egyptian home. This stuff. cooking utensils. Very advanced. Unbelievable. Beer and bread and wine. I just told you that. Didn't I say that, folks? Beer, bread, and they made beer back then. Beer is one of the oldest drinks in the world. And wine. The Egyptians, ancient jewelry. Objects temporarily removed. Probably had to clean them in conservation. Mummy is mummified. They even buried their animals. They worshipped the animals. Tablets. Memphis market. They buried their animals. They treated their animals like humans. So these are animals that were buried, probably cats and birds. So they had their pet birdies and their pet cats, pet falcon. It even says so, pet falcons. Pet cat. This was a cat that was buried, or mummified. They respected their animal pets. Pyramid stones that were brought back. It takes several men to pull one of these.
172 men.
Amazing how they built the pyramids. And here's a boat from the Nile. Obviously you could see it decaying.
Boat from the Nile.
It's obviously decaying. They might have sucked out the oxygen out of it. These tablets look like the Ten Commandments, don't they? But there's something else. Amulets. Prophecy. This is a replica of, I don't know why they threw coins in there.
You should consider it now.
Yeah. Museum Hall. World's largest flying animal. There's a replica though.
World's largest flying animal.
5'7". This is a replica of the world's biggest flying animal, and I'm 5'7".
Oh.
A real King Kong-sized creature. We're 9 feet tall?
No, the long block.
I'm sorry?
Tiles would be fossils now. Look at those, they had fingers. Set of claws.
This is a preserved fossil. How they found them. This bird and creature. I'm sorry, creationists. There's no way that man could have existed with these creatures that existed millions of years ago. There's no way that man and modern man could exist with these creatures. We're 9 feet tall?
No, the long block.
Life began. I gotta watch it with my battery though. I'm gonna go quickly though. Billions of years ago. Early bacteria. Billions of years raw. I'm gonna go quickly here because of my battery power, folks.
Very power do you have?
So I have 2 bars. I'm not gonna turn it off though, I'm afraid. I'll try my best. These are pre-dinosaur things. These are creatures that were found pre-dinosaurs, after the world cooled. Millions and millions of years ago, these what's left. Giant creatures.
Did you ever find a fossil?
First fishes. Look at this early fish. Strongest bite. The first creatures that kind of semi-surfaced. It's good. Early squid. 300 million years ago, what they found in Illinois 300 million years ago, a life that was existed back then. A giant centipede. Truly monster. 290 million years are the beginnings of the first dinosaur creatures. The first dinosaurs.
These are amphibians. They weren't reptiles yet.
Uh, 290 million years ago. The reason they're behind glass because they're fully figured, unlike Utah, which had bits and pieces. And that's why they're behind glass, these guys. First set of dinosaurs. That's why they're behind glass. These are full skeletons, full fossils. Unlike these. All of a sudden a mass extinction happened somehow, which we don't know how that happened, but somehow a mass extinction happened and a new era of these new dinosaur creatures. Beginnings of the first dinosaurs. These Triassic dinosaurs.
Pteropods came and went.
Petrified trees.
How do we know where mammals come from? It follows that organisms that share features share an ancestor.
There I go again. There's a T-Rex head.
Life at the top of the food chain could be brutal. Sue managed to survive to old age, but over time, arthritis ravaged these tail joints and fused them together, making it impossible.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Now look down at this leg bone. Its lumpy, deformed shape was probably caused by injury-related infection. If you look up at the jaw, you'll see some holes. These may be the result of a disease Sue got by eating infected prey. Some researchers think the jaw infection made it so painful to eat that Sue eventually starved. Millions of years after Sue's death, the dinosaurs' fossilized bones were discovered in modern-day South
fully formed Tyrannosaurus Rex.
since has such a complete T-Rex
Anatomically correct.
Everything highlighted here is real fossilized bone. We also have Sue's real skull. It is studied so often that we keep it in a separate display case in this exhibition. But the skull isn't the only thing that researchers are interested in. Scientists have photographed, measured, scanned, molded, sliced, drilled, and 3D printed Sue's bones. All of this research has helped us learn more about how T-Rex grew up, hunted, ate, and died.
A modern human could live with these guys. There's no way. No way. This guy was too... Uh-huh. Story. Go really quick. I actually have Lucy here. Lucy in the Sky of Diamonds is why they call her that. Unlike Utah, you actually have actual skulls. More erectus. A modern human could live with these guys. There's no way. No way. This guy was too. The Neanderthal man is a lot bulkier than human being.
Looks like a big wrestler.
Early man coexisted with these things: saber-toothed tiger and Neanderthal and woolly mammoth. 2000, 3000 BC. This is ancient China. 5500, 300 BC. Oh, dioramas. Whole section just for plants. Just for plants. Old cigarette plants.
There's some old cigarette plants. Change the way people pick cotton.
This is cocoa, what cocoa chocolate is made out of. White chocolate. This is like a do it. This is chocolate. A chocolate diamond. World's largest dinosaur. World's largest dinosaur. Rarest books in the world. See if I could squeeze out the Sears Tower. If I can. Sears Tower will be in that tomorrow. This is Johnny Two.